All right, welcome back, and it's still Crossfire with Dapo Anishama. We have barrister OJ Ojo Akinwale. Is a human trafficking activist, and is a lawyer. And a couple of work has been done by him. I mean, he's written a lot of papers, even when we talk about human rights activities. But before we take you on a couple of things that we will talk about, that area, Buhari's administration is 2 years. And in a few days' time, they probably will want to, to analyze or synthesize or evaluate or break down the elements, of their achievements in the last 2 years. And so a lot of people feels that the report is going to be the result is going to be very poor. Some people are saying that peradventure that Buhari's administration may eventually score a very pass mark. And so before we make comments on it, I'm just going to pass it directly to the two of us, to the two of you in the studio, the two baristas in the studio. So, Ishoma, what's your take on, Buhari's performance in 2 years? Very, very briefly.
Can I reserve my thoughts till tomorrow?
And that's why I said very briefly.
No, I choose to differ. But let's take Versage's comment.
You just got that question.
Let's take Versage's comment.
Well, I know I'm not the only one that will mark them. Nigerian is there to mark them. And we can see that they started very, very slow and wrongly, because there was no economic policy then that the private sector can key into. So everything was just standstill, and we are still having the effect for more than 6 months. So that is 1.5 years is when we can say something starts working. And if you look at the policy saying that they recover money, they block all the loopholes, and we did not see the results. So the government even dwell more on propaganda than reality. And when we see the reality, you can see that there is more upward movement in poverty. The poverty rate is still high, and a lot of people have no job, sitting down, gathering, talking, no job. So it shows that what's the result? It depends on where you are looking at from. But if you are looking at in the effect of the populace, then for people who will really, truly mark this present administration, you will see that the scorecard will be very, very bad, because they are in the midterm now, and they still have time. When you did not perform very well at the midterm,
did you say they have time? Because once you get to the midterm of your 4 years, you start strategizing, and a lot of politics comes into play in preparation for for the next election.
Yes, I would just advise them that they should be focused and leave that for Nigeria to decide, instead of playing politics. Let them see how to move Nigeria forward. Once things is going well,
re-electing them will not be a problem.
It will not be a problem.
Okay.
I assure them that.
SBM Intelligence, rather, an information gathering database, organization in the country now, according to their report and findings, of 171 campaign promises which were made across board, only 4% of them have been fulfilled. Now, according to them, all of those campaign promises formed some sort of social contract with the people. Now, even though there was no physical documentation for Nigerians to sign or the government to sign, but then the fact that they campaigned to people on those bases, people voted for them on those bases, we can assume and say some contract, some form of binding contract now exists between the government and the people. Now, can the people of Nigeria sue the government for the enforcement of those promises?
Well, in bringing action that you want to enforce, this is
compelling
manifesto.
The government.
This is manifesto, this is promises. And those promises is not really in form of a binding contract. But the binding contract we have is our card. Next election, we change. So once we believe that, the world is changed. Once we know that from our assessment, like what you said, 4%, 4%, the change will continue. So it's a change. They told us change. They've synthesized us.
4% is like they met about 46 of, according to SBM. 46 of 171.
According to SBM.
Yes. 46 of 171 promises.
Yes, we should know from onset that all this, they are political gimmick in order to get our sympathy and the vote. And we see it now that even we never question that. We never question them and say, let us put you through. Let us ask you this question. You want to, how do you going to do it? They now came. We don't know that the system is so bad this.
They took a lot of money. We don't have money to run the
economy.
It.
That means that you are
coming.
Think it's
sympathy. That's exactly what they met on ground.
Yes, you are coming. You don't even know what you are assessing. You don't know. So it shows that Nigeria, we should be very careful in the next election. Let us ask questions. Let us do it very well, and we'll be able to do it. They still have opportunity.
You sound
now,
like somebody who is losing trust in this government.
Yeah, it's not about losing trust in this government. It's about facing the reality. Oh, okay. What is happening around. So some people will just come. You see, some of my friends were complaining. I'm not the one that promised you changes. Why are you coming to me? Go to the government. Okay. But yes, that's it. The scorecard is there. We are marking.
Okay. All right, let's quickly tap into a couple of things we can benefit from you in another 2-3 minutes. Now, human trafficking. Human trafficking, very key to some of the activities, that this government should look into. Where are we in the fight against human trafficking? Where is this country? Do you think we're doing enough?
The country tried, because we have even agency to fight against that. And they are doing everything. But the national orientation are not doing much about coming out to tell people, to let them know how they can fall victim of human trafficking. That's the reason we took it upon ourselves to go around, and even thank you for using this platform, and we're telling people that people will promise you job, they can promise you a better life outside Nigeria.
Sorry to interject. How would you really define human trafficking? Do I have a part as a victim to play, or it's just it's not about me at all?
Human trafficking can come in different ways. You may not even know that you are a victim because of the promises. Because human trafficking is to forcefully take a person, even to maybe in a promising a person that this is what you are going to get. And at the end of knowing to the person is being exploited for personal gain. Either the person is being taken into slavery, or forced labor, or be taken to forced prostitution. So that is, once person is faced that, I want to go back from where I'm coming from, and they say you can't go, then you are already trafficked. So sometimes you may submit yourself thinking I'm going for to a greener pasture, but unknowing to you, you are selling yourself or submitting yourself to further servitude and slavery or forced prostitution for them to benefit from that. So you don't have the right to go. All your passport and your document will be taken away from you. Even we have internal trafficked person that you see them, they said, okay, we want to take them to Lagos for trade. At the end of the day, they are using them for house help. Some have even been sent to a baby factory, and they do not know. They don't know. They will tell them, this is where you be, or we will kill you, we will do that, something will happen. They made them to go through oath taking that, okay, if we take you to where you make money, you will not forget us, you will pay us back for the money we invested in taking you to this place. So at the end of the day, that person is being trafficked, being taken away to a place different from what you agree, and being forced to be doing things that you ordinarily did not want to do. So that means the person is being trafficked.
So what can be done? We're going to be bringing you back to really talk extensively about this. This is just like introducing, letting people know that, okay, we're looking forward to having such a discussion with you. But more importantly is that how do you advise people against their vulnerabilities?
I will advise people to be...
I am looking for jobs. Somebody is promising me one. How do you want me to know that I possibly can be trafficked?
Yes, what you need to do, you want to have the information, like he wants to travel to maybe US, to America, or the other parts of the world, and they have to tell you that you have to go through the desert, or you have to go through some area where you have to cut off some immigration. then you know that there is problem here. And they said, okay, we'll give you your traveling document when you get to a particular destination. You should know, they should hand it over to you. You have everything, you go on your own and meet them there. But when they now say, you have to come to, where is my document? You get it when you get to a place. You know you are selling yourself, you are submitting yourself.
Now we have a problem now, Barrister, because we're running out of time. We have a lot of trafficked individuals within the country who usually are below 18 years. Now, we know these individuals because they're so young and they cannot quite comprehend. But how about their guardians? How about their parents? In one word.
Some of them are not really, maybe somebody promised them to take it. Some of them are born slaves, where parents have taken some loan and they said, okay, give me your son or your daughter to work for me in Lagos, and then we'll train him or trade and some, or go to school. And those parents will say, okay, in exchange for the, I can't pay the
assistance
loan.
that
and
you
take,
are giving to us.
Yes, for the loan, okay, take my daughter will work for you, but they don't know that they are being used for other things. And
all right, thank you so very much, Barrister Ojo Akinwale, a human activist and a barrister who particularly ensure that human trafficking is fought, to a standstill. This is how far we can go on the show today. Thank you very much, Ishoma, for welcoming me back. And then thank you so very much, Barrister, for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Bye for now. We'll be back tomorrow.
To enjoy more of these our ogbonge videos when you just watch, press this button to subscribe on top of our YouTube page. You go love am.